We're live. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome. Welcome back to another live watch party. Took a few weeks off. Thank you everyone. Let's get some people in here. Bryce Productions. Sebastian Lewis. Football is life. Your country won champions of the world. R R R R R R R R. Argentina won? Is that who won? Congratulations to Argentina. I don't really care about the World Cup. Normally my thing. I watched 1 year, and it was the year Brazil was playing Germany, I think it was. And Germany beat them really, really bad. I was watching with a guy from Germany. So which is the only reason I was watching it. But it was kind of fun just because he was so into it. But let's see. The thumbnail. You don't recognize that? This thumbnail is actually from the beginning of season 3, episode 10. When they're going to the party at the country club, the Christmas party at the country club. So that's where that's from. Sorry guys. Let's see. Season 3, Son of a Pirate. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's from season 3. It's the end of season 3. Mr. Miyagi of football. I guess Messi is a good player. I guess that's what you're saying. Bryce Productions, hey. Like Mike, hey. Yeah, thank you guys for coming in. Cobra Kai World, thank you for coming in. I was just talking to Melissa Pass yesterday. We had a members meetup, and she was telling me that she enjoys your live streams. Good to know. Sam, you met 6 cast members. That's great. Yeah, they were doing some of the rounds on the conventions, weren't they? I assume that's where you met them. That's great. Everyone always seems to have a positive experience from that. Lisa Barrett, hello. Thank you for coming in. Yes, good afternoon. Yeah, it's weird that we're not getting a new season. It is weird. You feel like we should be, counting down the trailer and looking at the sneak peeks and everything, and it's feel a little empty. What am I doing without my Cobra Kai? It is kind of weird. I agree. We did kind of like it. It's weird because I always sort of felt like, oh man, I can't do all the Christmas stuff because I'm, I'm focused so hard on Cobra Kai. But now without the Cobra Kai, it's like, eh. I need Cobra Kai. Right. They should play the You're the Best around during the Sekai Taikai. That's interesting. I have a video. Did you see that? The video about the music, that there's another song called Stand Up written from Johnny's perspective. That what's his name made? The guy who made those songs. That video didn't get a lot of views, but basically think of it as there's another song that he wrote from Johnny's perspective called Stand Up, that they were looking to use maybe next season. So we'll see if that happens. I think they might. No, they're not going to move to another network. They're pretty much probably locked in at Netflix. Other than Julie, what other OG characters will return in season 6 that haven't come back already? Like, I think we're going to have Chosen still. I think we may get more Mike Barnes. Maybe a lot more Mike Barnes. And I would love to see Bobby back too. As far as people who haven't been back yet, people are still looking out for Snake and Dennis. And I don't know if anyone else from Next Karate Kid, Ironside, or anyone from like the Alpha Elite. We'll see. Comic-Con Liverpool, you met Annalisa Cochran, Yasmin, Hannah Keppel, Moon, Paul Walter Hauser, Stingray. Yeah, people were happy to meet him. Tanner and Sholo. Oh, and Mary Mauser too. Mary too. Sam. So yeah, that's a good lineup. I'm glad you met all of them. To take a lot of time if you have to wait in line. I guess like sometimes there's a long line and sometimes there's not. But yeah. Staying up during the... Well, you can still stay up all night and watch Cobra Kai. Even though it's not a new season, you can still do it. Season 6 and yeah, tomorrow is December 19th, which theoretically is a big day in the Miyagi-verse. Would they announce something tomorrow? I don't necessarily think so. I don't think they plan their schedule around little things like that. Although, if they were planning on announcing something anyway, yeah, they could, gear it for that. So, it would be great to get an announcement of something tomorrow. We just can't say for sure. Dimitri wins Sakai Takai. Top 5 favorite characters? It's getting harder as we add more. I always like Hawk, Johnny, Miguel, Chosen, Crease, Terry Silver. So there's all of them. Joe Esposito, yeah. Yeah, I kept thinking Conti, but Conti wasn't. Conti's who did the score. Yeah, Joe Esposito. Yeah, so let me see here. Can I get... No. If I can find it. Give me a second. Just some of my older videos. Oh, here it is. Okay. I think I brought it up on another video too. Let's see. This is my channel. The watch, if you go to videos, scroll down a little bit. It was shortly before season 5 came out. Johnny's new song. Watch that one from Joe Esposito himself. Okay. That's watch that. But that's also why I don't necessarily think You're the Best Around will be in next season, because they got another song, and I think they're waiting for it to be the end. Football is Life is still on the high of the World Cup. Rest in peace, Tommy. I think Crease and Kim have different ideas about who to turn on each other. Yeah, we'll see how that happens. It does seem like that. Or their ideas have diverged over time. Introduce yourself. We see Kim down in Hot Tub season 6. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm almost a year since season 4. That's true. A huge video that won't be released until after season 6. That may be a year still. Silver time. It's only redemption chance. It's weird how when Crease beats up kids, it's funny. Yeah. Riley, thank you for coming in. Missed you last night, but we didn't have too many because of the it's the holidays, so I think a lot of people had stuff going on. Johnny Lawrence, it's okay that you're late. We'll go up before showings, maybe. Orange or yellow this season for Miyagi-Do? Maybe, but the blue you could argue is Miyagi-Do anyway. Which he was back to blue. Seems to be rotating colors a little quickly sometimes. I don't plan on traveling for Christmas at the moment. Still trying, actually, unfortunately, to get my car situation sorted away. It's just a lot of bureaucracy. It's kind of slowing things up, unfortunately. Joe's, thank you. Thanks for your channel. You're welcome, Joe. I'm happy. I do hope to be getting some more videos out. Maybe we'll get something out this week. Definitely the Cobra Kai fans. Anthony versus Kenny. Yeah, where Anthony knows how to fight, maybe. We may get that still. They're the one rivalry that's sort of still ongoing a little. Give a like. Yeah, thank you, Joe's channel. That is true. I don't normally ask, but yeah. Shows mercy. Okay. Crease showing mercy would be a change for him. Took you so long to read that you're still Cobra Kai. Well, I never forgot. I was just working on other stuff that I never got around to doing live streams. And it's kind of a slow news, as you know. Unfortunately, like we were just saying, we haven't had any sort of season 6 confirmation. I think it's just Netflix doing like a Netflix thing. They're just waiting till they want to announce it, and especially because John, Josh, and Hayden are working on other stuff at the time. But yeah. Yeah, they could be doing the writer's room if they started it. They've always started it before they announced it, so we'll see. Do you think season 6 is the last season? I've been thinking they're going to do 7 seasons. It's been my thinking for a while. 7 seasons. just based on the way they talk about it and maybe what they have in mind. Crease will never show mercy. Yeah, it's hard to see that. Ash Ketchum's tournament victory. I don't know who you're talking about. Stingray loves dry rub barbecue. Yeah, I do too. I have some downstairs. I put the dry rub on my chicken wings, actually. Predictions. Well, all sorts of predictions. I have a few videos about the Sekai Taikai. Things we can kind of talk about, like, what do we know is going to happen? Well, the Sekai Taikai, Crease left jail, so how does that all affect it? Season 6 is very open-ended on where it's going to go. More so than it's ever been. You know, it almost looks like they won. So, yeah. I hope they have a live event for season. They'll probably do something. Don't know what they'll do. Seem to not make up their mind, but yeah. You don't think his tears were fake? Maybe. But it's obviously a plan he hatched, so he could be a good actor. Announced on New Year's Eve? Possibly, but I don't necessarily think so. Let's see. Oh yeah, plus it's a Saturday. Yeah, they're not gonna make an announcement on a Saturday. They just kind of work on the normal work week, you know, the marketing stuff. It's highly unlikely they would like make an announcement on a Saturday. Miguel and Tori are winning. Yeah, the thing is though, like you guys should rewatch the videos I've made on that. Because the thing about the Sekai Taikai is you got to remember, like it's not going to be the All Valley again. It'll be somehow different. So you can't just think like, oh, he'll win, she'll win, or whatever. You know, it'll probably be different. Set up Mike Barnes with Allie. It is kind of a crazy theory. The problem is Allie's in Colorado with, you know, she has 2 kids out there. But why not? One big happy family. Sekai Taikai was split in 2 seasons. No, I don't. No. Maybe split over multiple episodes. But we'll see. Who's better, France or Argentina? If Conte was healthy. You guys are really into that World Cup soccer thing. Didn't France win a few years ago? Maybe they have a good team. Miguel generation arc will be clean as we get an Anthony generation on to season 7 onwards. I don't think there's going to be some sort of like passing of the torch like that where it moves just to a whole new set of characters. We have Anthony and Kenny and Leah, you know, and they'll work them into the main show. He does care for Johnny, loves Cobra Kai more. Yeah, that's we'll see about Crease. What does he love more? Caitlin wants a shutout. Hope you enjoy that, Caitlin. I see your profile picture is also your name. Interesting. They're getting ready for him to turn. Maybe. Maybe, but we'll see what they do with Crease. His character hasn't quite gone the way I thought it would. It's like similar to how I thought, but not exactly. So we'll just have to see what they have in mind for this. Danielle is very good looking. Okay. Where does Crease go after escaping prison? Well, that's a good question. He's on the lam. He's on the run. We'll see. His goal is to get back Cobra Kai or something, even though he's on the lam. They keep Cobra Kai fighting. Yeah, they'll keep Cobra Kai fighting. Like, I don't think that's going away. The Sakai Tekai doesn't have the point. Yeah, that could be one thing that's different. Like a fight to a knockout or something. Who knows? That's definitely possible. Cobra Kai world. You know, I appreciate that because you're trying to think of something different. Like, how would it be different than this other stuff? Lakvir Deo. Lakvir Deo wants a shout out. 6 seasons. There's only 5 seasons. If you're watching 6 seasons, tell me where you got season 6. Miyagi Fang gets new geese. Yeah, I think they're going to do something with that. I don't think it'll stay Miyagi Fang. So we'll see. No, Stranger Things and Cobra Kai would be released to release them on the same day. No, that would not be nice. No, I would prefer that they split them up a little bit. Plus, they're pretty big shows, so Netflix would space it out. You know, that's just how they do stuff. You know, like Cobra Kai season 5 this past year, like it was 2 weeks in number 1, and then it dropped to number 2 when that Dahmer show came out. But the thing is that Dahmer show, like they didn't expect it would be that successful. Like that Dahmer show was really a kind of a surprise hit, which I don't think they were expecting. I mean, obviously, you know, you're always hoping stuff does well, but yeah, Cobra Kai did really well. It would have done even better just in terms of first, second, third being in first longer, except that the Jeffrey Dahmer show came out. Season 6, New Year's 2024. Yeah, that's in the cards. That could happen. New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Let's see. It's gonna be a different day of the week though, so it could be less likely. New Year's Eve is gonna be Sunday next year, right? So They could just drop it on the 30th, or something, 29th at the end of the year. Yeah, I don't know. Robbie helping out Crease. I feel like I didn't quite get the split between Robbie and Crease. Crease was looking after Robbie and helping him. And then Robbie just kind of turned aside and I feel like I don't have closure on that storyline or that relationship. So, yeah. I gotta go change that. Do you think Mike will teach Eagle Fang while Johnny looking after his kid? Well, I think Johnny will still be teaching. Johnny's not going to give up teaching. Someone was asking me that last night in the member meetup. I forget who it was, but it's not like Johnny's going to give up teaching. Not in this show. Let's see. Who's better, Miguel or Robbie? They're both very good. Miguel probably has more fans. Although I feel like Robbie has gotten better. By season 2, I didn't really care for Robbie. I thought he improved in season 3 and then 4 and then 5. Robbie's gotten a lot better. And Miguel is kind of just sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of keeping time, kind of just staying in place. Even some of Miguel's best stuff, like the Mexico storyline, was cut a little short. Could have been more. He goes and he gets dumped by Sam, and it's he's crying. It's I feel like Robbie's story the past 2 seasons has been better. Just in terms of what do you enjoy watching on the screen. But Miguel still has a lot of OG fans, so to speak. Johnny's arc would be ruined if he gets Cobra Kai. I don't think so. Depending on how he handles it, it sounds like that could be the perfect completion to his arc. We'll see. Why they decided to give him a baby? Yeah, it's not one of my more favorite decisions. It's not something I hate. So we talked about this on Cobra Kai Companion. If you've seen, I've posted that I'm co-hosting the podcast with Peter, Cobra Kai Companion with a K. It is on YouTube. I've made community posts to it a few times. So we recap the episodes and we can talk a little bit more about it, as we're going through it. We're currently halfway through the season. We're up through episode 5. But I talked about this a little bit just in relation to the episode 3 recap, where this all started. And, I wasn't a big fan of episode 3, at least 2/3 of that episode, because the plot lines are very cliche. They're very I've heard this. And it's that's what the baby storyline is to me. I don't hate it, but it's it does feel a little cliche. Okay. But other story reasons, it gives a reason to kick Johnny in gear, and really push him to change, which he did. So Johnny's very different now by the end of season 5. And it also gave him motivation to get to work out the stuff between Miguel and Robbie too. So that all plays into it. And that's like the good stuff. The good part of it, like where he's definitely focusing on Miguel and Robbie. He's focused on, cleaning up his apartment, getting his own life in order. So that's the stuff that's really good. Crease and Silver fight season. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure though. Who's your favorite character from City? Cobra Kai. I already answered it like a question like this. Like there's a lot of them. Hawk, Johnny, Miguel, Chosen, Crease, Terry Silver is just so good. What are you gonna say? You can't say one. Crease helped Robbie. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I feel like the Robbie Crease connection isn't resolved, and I'm not sure how the writers feel about that. Do they feel like it's resolved or not? We'll see. Crease joins Miyagi, but Crease want to apologize to Hawk. Crease is not joining Miyagi Fang. Crease is staying Cobra Kai. He has nothing to apologize to Hawk for. Crease doesn't think he needs to apologize to Hawk. Are you ever going to show face? Why? Johnny visiting Mr. Miyagi's grave. It's possible, but honestly, it may be a little redundant now because we had Danielle and Chosen there, so I don't know if we'll go there again with Johnny this time. It's not like a revolving door where he just it's like one character after another at Miyagi's grave. It would get a little repetitive, I think. Johnny missing out on his kid. Well, I don't think the tournament's going to last that long. Go for a few days, half a week or something. More different, the adults compete. Yeah, possibly. I mentioned that in my video on it. We'll see. Yes, Cobra Kai made Robbie a better fighter. Veer wants me to wish him a happy birthday. So happy birthday. I'm hoping it actually is your birthday. Mike Barnes saying, what if Dre Parker? Well, Dre Parker's not in the universe. So, yeah. How would Crease get Cobra Kai back? I don't know. But I do see Crease maybe teaming up with Sensei Kim. So, yeah. Crease escaped his fair trial. I don't know about investigation. We'll see. Shutting down. Love your videos. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, Crease meeting Chosen would be cool. I don't know about Crease and Silver fighting. It's possible. We just don't know. Paul Dugan. That's always been a fun fan theory. That Crease knows Dugan, like from Vietnam or something. So maybe. Yeah, I was hoping for Bobby to come back as well. I thought he may even come back in season 5. Obviously, that didn't happen. If you remember my video predicting a really, really, really big fight between them, but I thought that would be good. I had Bobby in there, but that didn't happen like that. So Crease was the best sensei for Hawk. You could say that. I would still say it was Johnny, but say, what character would you describe yourself? Oh, I don't know. We all got a little Terry Silver inside of us. Watch party is the GOAT. I agree. Johnny didn't have... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What party are you talking about? Johnny's party. People are always talking about stuff that didn't happen. Okay, so Bryce Productions is saying season 6 about Crease and Kim teaming up going to Japan. Yeah, definitely it could be. And it's definitely possible the Sekai Taikai will take place in Japan. Sekai Taikai is Japanese, so it would make sense. The only thing I never understood, it seemed like Chosen hadn't heard of it. Because like I would say maybe it's in Okinawa, but like you feel like if it were in Okinawa, Chosen would have heard of it, but Chosen seemed to like know nothing about it. Like there was nothing about it that Chosen seemed to think. So, not a big deal, but it's something that always crossed my mind about that. Did you watch Black Panther 2? No, I did not. Silver beating up Stingray, maybe. Peter's here. Thank you for coming in, Peter. Students will be pushed to their limits while training. Yes, they will be. Predictions of what Crease will do now that he's escaped convict. Yeah, that's something that's kind of hard to predict. Like my assumption is he finds Sensei Kim and joins up with her. Other than that, going past that, I just don't know. We'll see what they have in mind. They must have something in mind. But, you know, is he training underground or something? Is like taking Cobra Kai underground? I don't know. They never said Kim Sun-young was there. Well, he was pretty old. Keep in mind, he was old there in 1980 in that flashback. Miyagi vs. Gro with spinoffs. Definitely agree. Not happening soon, apparently, but still a little bit. It'll come. Season 5, episode 9. Well, keep in mind that whole Get Out together was orchestrated by Louis, right? Like Louis put that together, and then it was just like Johnny Harmon and the LaRussos. So that's why Bobby wasn't there. The Cobra Guy's discussion on the Crease article. Is this in their latest podcast? What Crease article though? I'm in the middle of their latest podcast, episode 5, but I'm not nearly finished. So I'm gonna say no. I don't think I've heard it. Where is it? I'll look for it. Different tastes. Well, yeah. I will say what the thing about episode 3 is I love the Mike Barnes stuff. So like the Mike Barnes storyline, there's 3 storylines in episode 3. The Johnny Carmen baby storyline, the Miguel Sam relationship drama breakup storyline, and then the Mike Barnes storyline with Danielle and Chosen. The Mike Barnes storyline I think is great. Is actually some of the best stuff in the season. It's just the other two storylines I'm not a big fan of. So that's why I put episode 3 as low. But yeah, watch the or listen to the podcast I was telling you about. You can look at it all. Did you watch the World Cup? I did not. What will Terry do in season 6? I don't think he'll be in it much. I think he can beat whatever these charges are because it's kind of flimsy. But I think it'll take a while. Like, it takes him out for a season. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas back to you. Horror Hawk, they have to be... I just think Kim will make Dojo her own. That's where she recruits Sean. Sean. Oh, man. We'll see. Keep in mind, she has her own dojo back in Korea, too, so. Mariana, don't worry about being late. Also celebrating Argentina winning the World Cup. Everyone's into that. Did Argentina show no mercy? If they didn't show no mercy, I don't know if it counts as a win. Dukin appears as a separate spin-off or series. Fun, but probably not. He's not exactly a character that's popular enough or well-known enough to fuel a spin-off. His old take Crease. Take care. Look here. Bye-bye. The one we dropped the same day. Okay. Where is it in the podcast? I'm still pretty early. If for some reason every time I listen to it, it goes back to near the beginning, like, and it keeps losing my place. So like I've listened to them talk about the Cobra Mobile like 3 or 4 times. I don't know. But I'm curious about what you're saying. A good conversation with Annalisa. That's good. Like I said, most people always have positive things to say when they meet the cast. Tori will have PTSD from Kim. No. Johnny training Robin. Yeah, I would agree. That would be something cool to see. Something a little overdue. Johnny and Danielle run out of time for a name. They get Cobra Kai by default. Could be, but they already had their own dojo, so I don't see why it would default to that. When's my birthday? It's one of the days of the week. Characters you like to see in a spinoff? Yeah, I mean, my general thinking on any spinoff, as I've always said, is I think Miyagi has the most potential. I don't know how they would do it. Actually, if you go back a little over a year now, actually, I did a live stream with Peter where we talked about all the potentials of a Miyagi spinoff, where it could be or something like, does it start when he's still young in Okinawa? Does it include World War II before, after? We don't know. I think the idea of a Miyagi spinoff is good. I like the idea of it at least at some point in Okinawa, where we see him and young Sato and his father and young Yukie. So I think that's the potential. Crease and Kim end up being a couple. No. Where do you get that? Sean must return. Everyone's always about Sean coming back. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see, where are we going? Do you like the Tori Devin friendship? Yeah. It gave a little something good for Devin too. And definitely Tori needed like to bond with like another girl or something. So I that was very good. Hopefully they can expand on that going forward. We'll see what happens. Watch Party versus Stingray. Oh, we got someone down who was rooting for France. Oh, but France just couldn't pull it out. Such a shame. Will Crease and Kim? Yeah, I think that's one of the things that seems most likely. There's very little we can really predict, but it just seems like Crease and Sensei Kim finding each other, so to speak, and working towards the dojo, the Cobra Kai, her grandfather's legacy, all that. Do you think his reconciliation was earned? I think as far as the way the show presented it, I think it was done very well. You know, them getting along in Mexico and such. You know, you can't. Deadbeat dad for 16 years. You can't fix that in a day. But as far as the show's concerned, it showed a lot of good growth between them. And ultimately, Robbie wanted to spend the summer with him, so that says something. Sean will join Kenny. Why do you think Sean won't return? It's mostly Kenny's story, but he could certainly be back at some point. Like, he could show up in an episode. But I wouldn't have a live stream if I didn't have people asking for Sean to come back. Is invested too much in Nico Fang to kick Cobra Kai? No. You know, as even Danielle said, you know, it's existed 2 weeks and you got the idea from this picture here hanging on your wall. You may not even join it. Yeah. He's not someone like who feels like, oh, I need to learn to fight. He thinks he knows how to fight. February 30th. That's a good day for a birthday. Miguel fight fair? I think he tends to fight fair. Favorite scene in season 5? Okay. The Silver Chosen fight, the Silver Danielle fight. A lot of the finales good. The Chosen fight against the Six Senseis. That's good. Miguel Robbie's fight. Miguel Robbie's sort of what's the word? Reuniting, or not reuniting, but coming together and then eating the Olive Garden, good stuff. Let's see, it's fun. Like favorite that like you enjoy watching. The Mike Barnes stuff. When they're sneaking up on Mike Barnes and stuff, that's all really good. Like I said, the Mike Barnes stuff of episode 3 is really, really good. Young Crease and Silver, Young Chosen and Sato. Yeah, Young Chosen and Sato are there potentially for a Miyagi show. Win a fair girl. Oh, the Miyagi scissors. Yeah, it's on this YouTube channel if you go back. go back through the live streams from a year ago. A Binary Brothers spinoff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people have always said that. Who else would you like to see Kumiko go to the All Valley? Go to the Kumiko visiting the valley. Yeah, that would be nice. I always thought that would happen at some point. At some point, like the way I worded it was like Okinawa coming to the valley. When people asked after season 3, will they go back to Okinawa? And I said Okinawa will come to the valley, which is what happened with Chosen. But it's definitely possible Kumiko does too at some point. We'll see. But they may go back to Okinawa now in season 6. Kim's students are dark ninjas. Boy, that's a tough fight. Yeah, Julie Pierce coming back to fight Kim definitely makes sense to me. Ready for season? Yeah, sure. I'm just ready for them to announce it. Goodness gracious. Come on. Who wins, Chosen or Kim? Chosen. Julie or Kim? Maybe Kim. Kim beats Julie. That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, people have been asking about Crease and Silver. Potentially. But I don't think so. I don't think that's where that's headed towards. Sean, you get paid every time someone asks about Sean. Yeah. It happens every time. Johnny had some money saved up, obviously. That's why he was able to do what he did. Favorite Johnny Danielle interaction in the 5 seasons? Honestly, everything in season 1, like even season 1, episode 2, when he first goes over to the dojo and they first it really set the tone for the series, and that could be it. Really good one. The Olive Garden breadsticks are good. I will confirm. Since Daniel versus Crease was short, I think it was because Crease wanted Daniel and Crease to fight again. Does time make it longer? I don't know if they're going to fight again. I don't think Daniel's going to fight Crease again. How much do you think Terry Silver makes? Like in terms of a salary, probably very little. The key to being rich is you don't make a salary. You just own stuff. You own everything. You own your companies. You don't get a salary. You don't get a paycheck. What fights do you want to see in season 6? I want to see Kim Yoon fight more. I was going to say like everyone. Like as I'm like just thinking through the characters, like we need more fights from all of them. I want to see Miguel versus Hawk rematch. Could be. Kenny versus Anthony. Terry Silver or Andrew Tate? Probably Terry Silver. Even though one's real and one's fictional, but Oh, that's right. Yeah, Hilary Swank is pregnant. I don't think it's a problem for anything. Do you think Julie kept up? Of course. In the Miyagi-verse, you always keep up with karate training. It never grows stale. Oh, he does very impactful. Yeah, something like that with Silver. Yeah, I don't think Silver will be in it much, but it could be good when it is. Mike Barnes. Yeah, I hope so too, that Mike Barnes comes back. Definitely. I think he could come back in much larger capacity too. Tommy's, Clarence's ponytails. Captain Turner. Yeah. Yeah, they're all good. I don't really have a favorite. Miyagi-Do in its purest form. I think Mr. Miyagi is Miyagi-Do in its purest form. But definitely like the enthusiasm for it. He's been able to come a long way with his Miyagi-Do. Who is the least compelling story for winning the Sekai Takai? Well, this is going back to the whole thing. Like, you guys ask me who's the least likely to win or most likely to win the Sekai Takai, and my answer is always going to be, and it's going to be this way for another years. I'm not sure you're thinking about the Sekai Takai correctly. We don't know if it's like a single winner or something. It's probably not going to be like the All Valley. So, I mean, they qualified as a dojo, so they're all qualified. Everyone on the show is qualified, essentially, other than like Moon and Yasmin. But Tori versus Kim rematch would be interesting. Kyler. So, yeah, that's a good answer. It's a good answer, Kyler. Kenny versus Anthony won't happen. Yeah, probably not. Seems like that storyline may have. It's not quite over yet. They still have stuff to resolve, but we'll see. While I don't think Hector saw the photos, I think that's pretty clear. I do like the idea that Hector will be back. So, chance to find out who Johnny's biological. I don't think so, unless they have some sort of twist. They seem to kind of address it, but like address it in a way where it's like a resolved issue for him. Even though he doesn't know who he is, he doesn't really remember him. Cry's not a phase, it's a way of life. You can leave it for a while, but it never really leaves you. Yes. Season 4, episode 1. I agree. That is a good Crease quote, isn't it? That is a good Crease quote. Really embodies the show, too. He even complained about Eli for not inviting his own best friend. Yeah, was that because Dimitri wasn't in that episode? He wasn't in episode 8. Yeah, he was at work, I guess. So, yeah. Sakai Takai clashing with Carmen. No, I don't see that. Someone else was asking that. Like, I don't think they're gonna split it like that. Johnny's going between the tournament and Carmen going in labor. I guess they could, but I'm not a fan of that. Like maybe Carmen doesn't go along to watch the tournament because she's pregnant or something. Like I can see that. That's fine. You know, or like it's like one of those things. She goes into labor before she's due, so like she's in labor, but she's not actually due yet. But so then like the baby comes when they're off fighting the tournament or something. That could be. Yeah, he missed it. He wasn't needed. Yeah, he wasn't needed. It's also what happens when Gianni is no longer in the regular cast. So he's just not in a few episodes. Yeah, Vidal. Definitely thought Vidal was going to be in season 5. I was hoping for it. I had it as part of my big fight. Yeah, so guys, thank you. I haven't posted much or even done the streams. I was working on some writing I was doing, which I finished up the first draft of it. It needs massive rewriting and a second draft. But I did want to come back and do a stream, talk to everyone. Big 3 Christmas present. No, I don't think any season 6 announcement will necessarily come as a Christmas present. Kim's Tojo lined up getting kicked in the balls. Yeah, that would be funny. But I do want to get at least a video out or two, get some stuff out for people to watch, get back into it a little bit, while focusing on some of the other stuff. Like I said, you know, tomorrow's December 19th. Maybe there'll be an announcement. Probably not. I don't see them necessarily timing an announcement, but if there ever is an announcement or some sort of official word, I'll cover it. I'm still here. I think I've seen some of it. It's shorts, right? Queen Cobra Kai. Like Video, how many times are you going to tell us your cousin was in season 3? Anyway, guys, we've done an hour. Thank you for coming in. Merry Christmas to you all. Happy New Year. Because I'm probably not going to do a stream next year or next week, Christmas Day. But maybe I'll do something between Christmas and New Year's, like during the week. Why would the 19th? December 19th is a big day in the Miyagi-verse. It was even the title of the last episode of season 3, if you recall, December 19th. So, announcement in January. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that makes more sense than like an announcement tomorrow. We'll see. Who knows what the marketing people are thinking? It's all like the marketing people are the ones who control all that. But thank you. That's all for now. I still, if you haven't seen all my videos, stuff like the World Tournament on the Sakai Takai, that's a good one. The video about Johnny's new song. This is season 6 stuff. You may want to check that out. Check out Cobra Kai Companion, the podcast. Like I said, we have the first half of the season recapped. You can listen to that if you got some time over the holidays or something. Go ahead. There's plenty out there. So I'm gonna take off, but Congratulations to Argentina and the World Cup. Have a great end of the year through all the holidays and everything. And I'll still be around. So take care, everyone. I'll see you at the next. That is correct.